Hello students, this is your ma'am Miriani again, and I warmly welcome you again for another online class. Okay, today also we will be learning about general knowledge, which is for grade 2, and the chapter number is 10, and the topic is about insect world. All right, so today we're going to learn about insects. So these are some of the insects picture. Okay, all right. Now let me tell you what is an insect. So an insect is a small animal, or we can also say a tiny animal, which has 6 legs. And most of the insects, they used to have wings, all right? But some they don't have wings, but they will also come under the category of insect. But most of the insect, they used to have wings and they have 6 legs. And that is how they come under the category of insect, all right? Okay, now this is the first insect that I would like to introduce to you all, and the name of this insect is bee. Okay, P-double-E, bee. Now we all know that bee, they contributes in the process of pollination. Now when I say pollination, you get to see this flowers, right? So you get to see beautiful flowers around without much of, without much hard work of humans, is because of pollination. And this pollination is purely contributed by a bee. Clear? Another very interesting fact about a bee is bee gives us honey, right? So how do they give us honey? They used to make a honeycomb. They used to make a honeycomb, and what do we do with the honeycomb? We used to squeeze the honeycomb, and that is how we used to get a sweet liquid honey, right? So bee is very useful to us. Bee is a very useful insect. The reason today is because they provide us honey, and they also contributes in the process of pollination. So this is all about bee. Okay, now let me tell you about butterfly. So beautiful insect, such a beautiful creature. Butterfly, butterfly. Now let me tell you a story. All right, so when I was young like you all, I was so much in love with the butterfly, because they are so beautiful that it used to attract my eyes so much. So what do I do? What do I used to do? I used to go out, and used to catch butterflies. And I used to keep it in a jar, a transparent kind of jar. And I used to catch a butterfly, and I used to keep that butterfly in a jar. And that was a sort of a hobby for me. That was how much I was in love with a butterfly. All right. So now there is not just one butterfly, but there are different types of butterflies. And these butterflies, they are so beautiful and they are so colorful. Now look at this. The size of the butterfly, the wings of the butterfly, the color of the butterfly varies from one another, right? It's not the same. It's different from one another. So I have shown you just some of the picture. There are about 20,000 butterfly species in the world. Okay, as per survey, it says that there are about 20,000 butterfly species in the world. You can see some of the butterfly pictures here. Clear? Right? Okay. Now, one very sad news about butterfly is as such that they have a very short lifespan, meaning they used to die very fast. All right, they hardly used to be alive for maybe 2 weeks. Okay, so this is what really used to sadden me when I used to collect the butterflies. Remember, that was my hobby. Okay, so butterfly, they have a very short lifespan and they hardly live for few weeks. Okay, so that is all about butterfly, right? Okay, now the next insect that I would like to introduce to you all is about wasps. This is called wasps. W-A-S-P, wasps. Now this looks a little bit like a bee, right? So we can say that they are like belong to the bee family, but this is a wasp. All right. Now, why? Why they are called wasps? You will get to know why. Now, let me show you a description. Okay. So this wasp has 6 legs and they have this antenna. Okay. This is what is called antenna. Okay. And they have a dewing, mandible, which means they use this for dewing. Okay. And their waist is pinch waist, which means very small waist. Okay. And they have this stinger. Okay, this part used to sting us, and this is very painful. If we are stung by a wasp, it's gonna be very painful. Look at this. This is a lady who was stung by this wasp. All right, so we can say that wasps has a stinging power. Okay, and also they used to eat tiny bugs. To do insects na, so they used to eat all those tiny bugs. All right, so this is all about wasps. Now they used to come in many colors. Wasps is not just yellow, but wasps can be of different colors. As you can see from the picture, it's yellow, it's red, and it's mud. So some color of the wasps are yellow, some wasps are red, and some wasps are of that of the mud color, muddy. Okay, all right. So that is all about wasps. Now the next insect that I'm going to introduce to you all, I'm sure this will be very familiar to you all. Why? Because you get to see this insect every day. Look at this picture. This is a housefly. Housefly, housefly, right? So now this housefly, very interesting fact about housefly is that they can walk upside down. Okay, houseflies can walk upside down, and houseflies can taste with their feet. So amazing, right? Why? Because we eat with our mouth and we taste with our tongue. But the housefly, they taste with their feet, which is incredible, right? Okay. Now, another ugly fact about houseflies is they are very much attracted, towards garbage. Garbage means letra. Okay, we can also say dustbin. So wherever you see a pile of garbage, you will see lots of flies. So that is one ugly fact about housefly. And this is the reason why housefly can be a super spreader of different disease, which is not healthy for humans like you and me, right? Now, the reason why this houseflies can be a super reason for the spread of disease is because they are very much attracted towards a garbage. So garbage, as you all know, is very smelly, So of course, there will be an outbreak of disease because of that. So that is one ugly fact about housefly. So that is all about the housefly insect. Okay. Now the next insect is about grasshopper. This is called grasshopper. 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 As you can see from the picture, it is purely green. Right? It is purely green. And this grasshoppers, very interesting fact about grasshoppers is that they have ears on their bellies. We have ears here, but the grasshoppers, they have ears here, which is so interesting, right? Look at the picture here. So they have ears here, all right? And then grasshoppers can also fly, remember. We're so used to that grasshoppers only jump, but the fact is grasshoppers can also fly, all right? Okay, now the next insect is about ant. Ant, A-N-T, ant, chimdi, right? Everybody knows that. So ant comes in different color. Some ants are black, B-L-A-C-K. Some ants are brown, B-R-O-N. Some ants are red, R-E-D, red. Okay, so ants comes in different colors. Now, one very interesting fact about ant is as such that they work in unity. You can see from the picture. Okay, they work in unity. So this is a takeaway lesson for humans. Yes or no? We should also work in unity, because when we work in unity, the faster the work will be successful, right? So very interesting fact about ants is as such that they used to work in unity, which means they always used to work together. All right, now you can see this. This is an ant, but you can see the wing, right? So have you ever seen, have you ever saw an ant with wings? Ever? I have seen once. Okay, for me, I have seen once. How about you? So this is what is called the queen ant. Not all the ants, they have wings. Only the queen ant, they used to have wings. All right? And this queen ant, they used to lay eggs. And as I've already mentioned to you all, they used to have this wings. All right? So that is one very interesting fact about the ant family. All right? Okay. Now the next important fact about ant is as such that ants, they don't have ears. This is so surprising to me as well. Okay, ants, they don't have ears. They neither have lungs. Humans, we have lungs, we have ears, right? But ants, they don't have ears, they don't have lungs. So this is all about ant insect. Now the next insect is about cockroach. C-O-C-K-R-O-A-C-H. Cockroach. All right. So this cockroach, they are very fast. You must have also witnessed that, right? Because you must have seen a cockroach at home, and when you try to kill the cockroach, you're not able to do so. The reason to this is because they're very fast. They used to run very fast. All right. So this cockroach is that particular insect where they have wings but they can't fly. I can tell you that in a small room they can fly for a short distance, but they cannot fly for a more distance or for a longer distance. So and a cockroach has a wing but they can't fly. All right. Okay, now let me tell you a very interesting fact. I have done a research on this, and researchers also shows that it's true. All right, so a cockroach can live without the head for few weeks. Isn't that surprising and interesting? Okay, so when you pull out the head of the cockroach and leave the body just like that, then the cockroach can live for a week. That is so amazing. If somebody cuts off our head, we will die there immediately, instantly, then and there. But this is not so in the case of a cockroach. This is the most interesting fact about a cockroach. All right? Okay. Now, the next insect. Now, you must be wondering that this looks like a butterfly. Ma'am has already shown us the butterfly. You must be wondering, right? But this is not a butterfly. This is a moth. Okay? M-O-T-H. Moth. Now, this moth, this is a male moth. This is how a male moth looks like. Mota. Okay? So this is how a male moth looks like. And this male moth, they used to have a remarkable sense of smell. Their sense of smell is very powerful. All right. Okay. Now, another interesting fact about moth is they are very much attracted to light. You can see this. They are the moth and they are attracted towards the light bulb, right? So you must have also witnessed this at home when you get to see lots of insect, near the light bulb in your room. Then remember, moth is also one of them. All right. So moths are very attracted to light bulbs. Now, the next insect is about ladybird. This is called ladybird. 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 All right. So this ladybird is an insect, and you often see this ladybird insect in summer. All right. So you get to see this small insect in summer and spring, or jalo, in summer and spring, right? Also, this ladybird, they used to eat Okay, they used to eat pests. Chutu chutu poka thage duna. So they used to eat that. So the farmers in particular, they used to consider ladybird as a luck for them, as a lucky charm for them. The reason to this is because, see, the small pests, they used to eat away the crops of the farmers, yes or no? And that is how the crops of the farmers used to get destroyed, right? So when ladybirds are there in the garden or maybe in the field of the farmer, then ladybird will eat away all these pests. So when there is no pest, then of course the crops are gonna grow very healthy. That's the reason why the farmers, they used to consider ladybird as a lucky charm for them. All right, and in some of the other countries, ladybird is also considered as a lucky charm. All right, okay. Now that was all about the insect. Okay, can we try to recall the name of the insect? Maybe just some, not all, but just some. All right. So the first was bee. Then we learned about butterfly. Then we learned about ant. Then we have learned about grasshopper. Then we have also learned about moth, right? And the rest, you try to collect it. You try to remember it by yourself. Can you do that? All right. Okay. Now, I have a classwork for you all, but this time the classwork is a little different from that of the usual days. All right, so now here is a missing box and you have to fill up the box. All right, so this is about checking your spelling and also your observation power. So I've given you a hint, and that is R, H, and again R in the box, right? So now you have to tell me the name of this particular insect. And this we have already discussed in the classroom. In a sense, I've already explained this to you. All right. So now, by now, you already got the answer. At the count of 3, you will be telling me the answer. All right. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. So if you are thinking that this is grasshopper, then you are absolutely correct. So G R A double S H O double P E R, grasshopper, right? Okay, now the next classwork. Which of the following is attracted to light bulbs? Which means which of the following insect is attracted to light bulbs? Is it butterfly or moth? At the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. So the correct answer is moth, right? Okay, now I have a homework. Okay, so this homework is as such that you have to identify the given picture. I've given you a picture, yes or no. You have to identify this picture and you have to write whether picture is an insect. All right, so you have to first identify the picture. So after identifying the picture, in a sense, you have to write the name of this particular dash, 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 okay? Then you have to find out whether this is an insect or not. This is your homework, all right? So this is it for today. Whatever we have learned, I request you all to kindly go back and revise so that you will remember it forever. Okay, so a big thank you to all of you for listening to me so nicely. I will see you all again in my next video. Till then, you please take care of yourself and bye-bye.